Over to Cora for at Pitt and Frank LLC. Andrea is a newer real estate agent. So congratulations, Andrea, for being in the new business here and here in the Louisville area. And she sent us an interesting question. Cora, this is interesting. She said, and Brad, you're going to love this as well. She says, in the multiple listing service, in the agent notes section, so folks, this is an area that is visible only to agents in the industry, that the seller can refuse up to two home inspectors. And Andrea says she hadn't seen that before, and she's saying, well, why is that there, and is that legal? Refuse up to two home inspectors. I know why, but Cora, from a legal answer, how would you define that? And I'll give you mine, and
Sure.
Brad will take
I would love to hear yours, Bob. So Andrea, congrats. So happy to have you in this industry. And we need a lot of good leaders, certainly, and good professionals. So happy to have you aboard. Now, in regards to the decline of two professionals there, I think that there are some experienced agents that have unfortunately suffered through some of those inspections to where to say it nicely, alarmist, right? And to basically saying the whole house needs to be torn down and rebuilt. And so does that at that moment that that inspection comes through, not only lose a potential purchaser, like they're likely to terminate on the advice of that inspector that says, hey, everything's wrong with this house, run, when in fact, 99 other inspectors may disagree. But then does that create a stigma against that property moving forward because that inspection has been done? Does that create other seller's disclosure and misrepresentation liability if all of that isn't mitigated properly? And I could kind of go down a rabbit hole on that. But it sounds to me like somebody got burned. And it's probably that agent, again, just having that seasoned and experience and maybe had a transaction where somebody got burned and saying, I'm not going to let that happen to one of my clients again. And as far as is it legal? I like that language a whole lot more than you shall not use or cannot use XYZ. We don't want to name people. No, 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 no. But having the right to refuse up to two, I think we're probably in a much
it.
safer area. So what do you think, Bob?
Yeah, there are two home inspectors in the area. Everybody, we've got great home inspectors,
Mm-hmm.
including Home Team. But there are two who, those of us who are seasoned agents, know that they cause problems. One of them, who writes a report that you can't read and who once used his son to help him, and that created a problem, which I won't go into on the air. It is a family show. And the second issue with the second inspector is that he will, in many cases, we believe, go in and deliberately attack a home for no reason whatsoever, then walk up to the buyer and say, listen, this home is not worth buying, but if you use me again for your next home, I'll give you a discount on the purchase. We've got that documented. We know that that's happened. And so many of us seasoned agents just simply say, listen, we don't want to use them. Now, I haven't used that terminology, or we can refuse up to two, but I'm really thinking should start doing that. Brad, thoughts?
Well, I don't want to pile on. It's a brotherhood and a sisterhood out there, I will have to say. But there's 150 licensed home inspectors in the market, so there's lots of choices.
Right.
And I would definitely suggest that anybody talk to family members and other people who have gotten a great home inspection experience and get referrals from them. Now, as for an agent rejecting a home inspector, I'm not one of the guys
You're
that's
not.
on anybody's list out there,
You are not.
but I also understand that it is a real matter of trust because, Home Team, we do more inspections than anyone else in this marketplace, but it's not just the inspections. For us, we want to get the buyer and all other parties to the closing table. That's really what we're aiming for, and that's really what my team, that's what we're all about. So hopefully all of the home inspectors out there would believe that same thing. We're just trying to help be part of the process, not a stumbling block or an obstacle that has to be either jumped over or gotten around.